Hi, I'm Lars from All About Samsung, and today we're gonna have a closer look on the brand new Galaxy S8 and Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. In this video, we're gonna answer the question if the Samsung Galaxy S8 comes with a notification LED, and we're gonna have a closer look on its always-on display. First things first, is there a notification LED on the Galaxy S8? And the quick answer is yes. On the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge, there was the notification LED found on the top left corner. Unfortunately, on the Galaxy A series of 2017, you had no notification LED. Now, on the brand new Galaxy S8, you have the notification LED again, and it's again found in the top left corner, just right under the glass. As soon as you plug in a power cable, you're gonna see that it's red when the battery is charging, and it turns green when the battery reaches full capacity. In the options menu, you can switch it on and off, and it's gonna blink whenever you get a notification like WhatsApp, Twitter or email. So it's quite useful, even though I'm not sure if I'm going to use the notification LED that much, because Samsung is now using an improved version of the always-on display on the Galaxy S8, and we now have a closer look on the always-on display. Here you see it, there's the time, the date and the battery status, and a really decent wallpaper in the background, and you have the home button, because now there is no physical home button found on the Galaxy S8 like it was the case on the Galaxy S7. So now you have a special area on the display you can actually push down, like to press like a real button, but you have to find this special area, and without this little button it's quite hard to find actually. So this is the normal always on display by default. Even though there are plenty of options, so when you go to the settings menu and you want to search for options of the always on display, you won't find them in the normal wallpapers and themes or in the display menu. So here is no option for the always on display. The settings for the always on display are now found on the lock screen and security menu. So when you go here and you have here the option for the always on display, there you have different styles like a digital clock, an analog clock, you have a calendar, an edge clock and stuff like this, and it gives you a preview of the always on display. So when you go to calendar, you see the calendar always on display here. So there's a calendar, there are some notifications about a missed call and an email. So this is quite good, and you can even choose for an edged always on display. So, and there is another option that will switch on the always on display only maybe by day. So you don't have an always on display on your smartphone while you're actually sleeping. So you can set up a schedule for 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. or something. So this is actually quite good. What's even more interesting, I'd say, is that normally on the always on display you have a lot of content to show, like the date and the time and the battery and maybe some notifications. Even though some people are opting just for the notification LED I showed you previously, and then you don't need all the information. And if you want to save some battery time, it's possible just to enable the home button by just opting for the content to show just the home button. And when I'm going to switch off the display right now, then you see that there's no always on display, but the home button is still shown. Even though you can actually switch the home button off as well. So you just switch off the always on display and then you don't have any home button left, but you still can actually pressure this special area. So when you press this area, you're gonna switch on the smartphone. So it's still possible, even though if you find it easier just to see the special button over here, then you can just opt just to show this special button. If you want to have the always on display look different or maybe more individual, then you have other options. So when you switch on the always on display, and maybe to switch on for the home button and the clock or information, and you want to have a different style, then you have the possibility to go to the always on display menu, and here you don't have the option actually to see other always on display styles. So when you go back now and you press a long time on the home screen, you're gonna see wallpapers and themes over here, and there is a special always on display tab over here, and there are several other options. They will cost you about 50 cents or half a euro or something, which is quite affordable. So if you want to have a more individual always on display, it's possible. So this was a quick look on the brand new Galaxy S8 and its notification LED and the always on display. If you still have other questions regarding the both devices, just let me know below in the comments. If you want to see them, just follow us here on YouTube. I'm Ross of All About Samsung. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.